Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw, and I'm here in Las Vegas at the Signature Conference, and we're here every year. And every year we interview this woman right here, Karen Yates, who's the Executive Vice President of Information Technologies for Signature Travel Network. And there's always something going on in technology with Signature, and this year is no exception. We're going to find out about the latest and greatest from Signature and from Karen here on Insider Travel Report. Karen, first of all, great to see you here. It's always fun and hear all the things that are going on. Let's talk a little bit about that. You know, obviously every year you introduce a whole bunch of new things that are going to help your members, your travel advisors, and your partners. But let's talk a little bit about what you did. You spoke to the Signature Preferred suppliers yesterday about some of the things that are going on. And overall, you mentioned how you're transitioning to what you call Web 3.0. What does that mean, and what exactly are you doing?
I mentioned that we were looking toward Web3, and we're in the early stages of Web3, but that's just something that's happening in the environment, right? So Web2 was more interactive, engaged, driven by companies like Meta and those types of things. And Web3 is more where it's a user-focused and user-driven and controlled environment.
So that's where the future lies and that's what you have to sort of plan for, right?
Of course, right? Where it's, the user chooses how much information they want to share, how much personal information they want to provide, and they control that experience on the web.
Now let's talk about some of the programs you've been introducing over the past year, and then we'll talk about what's to come. But and there's so many, it's always difficult. We also have to grab back. What are some of the chief ones you want to highlight that you've done over the past year for your members?
That we've been working on?
Yeah.
So a lot of infrastructure-based projects for the past few years. We've been very focused on putting together our client connection, so pulling data from members, not only about their customers, but what their customers are asking about, what their experiences their customers are having, and then what their actions are with marketing that they receive. And making sure we have synchronization from all of our members. We became CRM inclusive.
Well, everyone used to use client base was the base, and now people are doing a lot of different things, right?
Well, we had a requirement that they were on client base because that's the back end we were using to collect all this information and query it. And a couple of years ago, I made a decision that we wanted to be inclusive and expand our membership to include members who are using other CRMs. So we've been rolling that out over time, and we've had really good traction happening there. And so now we have been able to attract new members who are using whatever system they want to, as long as they connect to our web service to provide that information.
Now, what are some of the hot buttons now in technology with, I think you mentioned things like what's coming up, the Marketing Cloud. Let's talk about that a bit.
Yes. So we've been working on an integration with Marketing Cloud for about a year now, and that's for our email marketing program. We previously had a proprietary system for our email marketing, and we made a decision that rather than deeply investing in our own technology, we wanted to take advantage of the tools that are available through Marketing Cloud from Salesforce.
Right.
So we've been working on that integration, and we're close to the finish line on that, and we should be able to launch that in Q1 of next year.
No, that's fantastic. I know a lot of your advisors are looking forward to that. Now, you have a cruise booking engine. You have a partner that worked on that, and you're looking at your own hotel booking engine, right?
So we have a hotel booking engine currently with another partner, and we're looking to launch a new partnership with that. And the partner that we'll be looking to work with is Navitrip.
Okay.
And we're working through a timeline on that. I don't have an exact timeline on that, but we should have something, again, early next year to work on with that. And that's Vecto Technologies, who is the partner to do that with us.
Now, also, the other thing with that is that you overall want to sort of have a unified booking engine at some point, right?
In the long term, we would like to have a consolidated booking engine that offers cruise, land products, hotel, insurance, activities, and so forth. So our partner for that will be Odysseus. That's who we partner with for our cruise booking engine, which we call Sig Cruise Pro right now. And we will be adding on other types of services and travel for our advisors to be able to book through that booking engine.
And then one thing I think we heard a little bit about last year and now this year again is you're creating a texting product for your, I forget the vendor you're working with, but Kipsu. What is that going to do for your members, and have they been asking for this?
Yes, of course. They have clients who want to communicate by text rather than email. Some of the clients like communicating through email or by phone, but a lot of them want the efficiency to be able to do it through text. So
They don't want to have their own phone there, right?
Right. The advisors don't want to use their own phone number, obviously. They don't want that exposure all hours of the day. They want to be able to separate and have some boundaries in their professional life. So we will be launching that product. It's actually already available to the members who want to use it, but we don't have the full integration back into our database. So that's something we will be completing in Q4 of this year and then launching in Q1 of next year also. And the long-term plan for that is to also offer a marketing platform for that as well, integrated back into Marketing Cloud.
Now, obviously, artificial intelligence, AI. I mean, I haven't been to a conference this year where we haven't talked about it. But on the other hand, I haven't been to a conference where I really figured out how it's going to affect travel advisors, and whether that's positive or negative. I mean, overall, I'm hearing it's positive. But what's your view, being really in the business in this, about and are you already using AI?
Of course. I mean, there's AI in the tools that we already use.
Right.
There's AI in Facebook. There's AI in Marketing Cloud already. There's AI in our own tools. Our Client Reach product is AI as well. So there's a lot of AI that's been happening already, and people have had to invest in that themselves. But now there's off-the-shelf tools that you can integrate into your program that gets you ahead, leaps and bounds ahead very quickly, with a lot more conversational.
It's more generative AI, right?
Right, of course. And also, it can find and do predictive analytics, and it can find trends that you only right now, in the past, right, you would say, oh, I want to see what this trend is, right? Now it will tell you, we're seeing this trend, right? So you can lay tools on top of what you already have in place. And I think it's very personal for every company how they're going to use it. I think it's personal within each agency how they'll use it, and then we will be doing that. And we have right now a study that we are paying for to determine how best we can implement. And it's not just for our data analytics. It's also for using our intranet, Signet, and how we can best lead advisors to find the right information and how to share that with their clients in the best way. So we'll have that for our support, we'll have that for Signet, and then also using it inside of our data analytics as well.
Now, but on the general thing is, travel advisors do not need to fear generative AI at all, right?
I mean, obviously, everyone's afraid. This is not going to turn into robots versus humans. I mean, it's still really all about
not the Terminator,
right? You know, and somebody might argue with me, but I still think that relationships rule. Human to human contact and relationship are what rule. You can use AI to augment that relationship and to help find connections, but especially in the travel industry, having a contact and having a relationship somewhere is more important than being able to look up some great text or to be able to see what to do, because it still has a ways to go, and the human touch is still so critical.
Well, in fact, and you're in the business here at Signature of providing the human touch with the assistance of all the technology that you do as well.
That's what we do every day.
Now, is there anything else you want to highlight that you've announced over the past year or that's upcoming in terms of technology for Signature?
I think you wrapped it up. We have, the board has me very focused on my core projects, and that's where we're staying focused. Of course, we will open our eyes and ears to new things that come to us, and we get our best ideas from our members. And so we always, close out all of our conversations by saying, please come to us. We have a tech committee, and we are very open to getting feedback. And that's, again, as I mentioned, that's, Client Reach, a product that's been around for quite a long time, which is still a very successful program. It came as an idea from a member.
Well, this is great, and you are very member-focused on that. Karen, it's always great to chat with you about this because you're really one of the main sources that I know of travel technology in the whole industry, because you've been here for quite some time, about the same time as I have. We've both been growing
almost 3 decades.
Almost 3 decades, me too. And I've watched as you've expanded the technology you offer to members and really get them to use it and use it to their advantage. And so it's always great to hear your perspective.
Great. Thanks, James.
I'm James Schillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.